Welcome back to more Lord of the Rings Online. In the last episode, I was here in Nona's cave, helping out. Well, I haven't really started helping out yet, but that's what I'm going to be doing this episode. I need to collect herb bundles from orcs in the high knolls. So let me see what the area is. Okay, so kind of in this area. And up there too, so it's kind of far away actually. Let me start writing. Let me go find some orcs. Need 5. Shouldn't be too bad. Unless it's one of those where not all of them drop it and you have to get lucky. Let me see where I'm at here. Should go east a little bit. I forgot that these are gray enemies now, so they won't attack me. There's advantages and disadvantages. It makes it difficult to round them up, but I also don't have to deal with them. Good. Let's keep going. I don't understand what this guy's doing. What is he doing? Need one more. Excellent. Let me get on the war steed and ride back. Wow, that was a hell of a jump. That was a hell of a jump. Lots of broken legs to pay for it, though. Oh well. What can one do? I actually think there's an item in the LOTRO store to prevent broken legs, but it's a temporary thing, of course. Okay. Ah, went all the way around. And we're back. All right, Nona.
The smoke of burning herbs was often used in Lonach. Will it work here?
These are just what I wanted, Kippen. Now go to the other chamber and throw these bundles on the fire. I hope the smell of the burning may revive him somewhat. It was a common practice in Lonach, and perhaps its magic will operate here as well. Let's see about that.
Who's there? Are you a friend?
The giant returns. The man struggles violently for a moment before breathing deeply and attaining a measure of calm. I am Leodwig, the son of Harding Aldor of the North March. I came into Wildermore to learn but no use. Separated from my men, the storm arose, lost in a gale. Leodwig twists and turns before settling into a calm once more. The giant's name is Nurzum. He brings snow and the wind. Something he carries, I think. He saw me in the snow near the city. I was lifted in the air, a thunderous blast of hot air, and then Leodwig shakes and will say no more. But the odor of the burning herb seems to have broken him out of his stupor.
He lives, for now, and is the very man we came here to find.
Leodwig, the son of Harding. What would Harding say to know that his son saved by a Dunlending girl? Perhaps it is best not to think of that for now, Kippen. I can piece together some of the story from what he said. He was separated from his men when the storm rose. That must have been Ner'zhum approaching. He made for the most visible landmark he could find. It must have been the hill upon which Barator is built. Ill fortune for Leodwig, for that seems to have been Ner'zhum's destination. We must do something about Ner'zhum, but what? He is too strong for us to fight directly. Could we trick him in some way? I will think on it, Kippen, but I cannot promise a solution will present itself to me. Oh, this quest string keeps throwing me off because it's Gleowine's map for all those interlude quests, but I think I'm caught up on those, at least for now.
Everywhere we go, we find rumor of this giant, this Ner'zhum.
You say that the man Nona has been trying to heal is the very man for whom we sought? Leodwig, the son of Harding? We found him, but it will be bittersweet victory if he dies. Everywhere we go, we hear rumor of this giant, Kippen, this Ner'zhum. What can we do about Ner'zhum? We cannot engage him in combat, that much is clear. Attacking his feet might prove possible if we could somehow avoid the attacks that were sure to follow. And by all accounts, he brings storms of winter with him wherever he treads. That will limit visibility and make it difficult to strike him. I have no military mind, Kippen. Ner'zhum seems invincible to me. But we will need to destroy him or Wildemore will not be safe. I do not know what to do.
The old ways are best, it seems.
I am heartened to know the magic of the healers of Lonoch has worked in the lands of the Horse Lords. The most injured of my charges is named Leodwig, and he is the man for whom you sought, Kippen. What a wonder that they should be one and the same. My father Suvulk would find some meaning in this. For me, I see fortune only. Still, it is a happy fortune if he lives. That is not yet certain. For as long as the giant lives, the people are in danger. What will we do about Ner'zhum? Okay, so we're still not ready to start book 11 because we're still in chapter, or book 10. So let me just continue with that for now.
I am no warrior. I am only an aged musician.
I have nothing to contribute. What can I do against such a ferocious creature? Even Theoden King had no more use for me.
What am I saying? There is still something I can do.
Wait a moment, what am I saying? There is still something I can do. For the first time you can remember since arriving in Wildemore, Gleowine favors you with a smile. How could I have forgotten my own lesson? When I was instructing Horn in the ways of music, one of the very first things I taught him was that the minstrel's greatest power is that of inspiration. Music lets us shine light into the darkest corner of our heart, bringing into it hope and good feeling. When Horn was still young, I told him this, for I believed it, and I believe it still. Speak to the survivors of Bir Tor in this cave, Kippen, and find out what is their desire, and then make it happen. Gleowine smiles even more broad this time. What, you are the adventurer here, Kippen. I am sending them hope, that is all. I am sending them you. Okay. Very good. Also, it opened up another interlude, so we may do that at some point in the near future.
I cannot bear to think of the horses tied up in the stables of Bir Tor.
What is it I want? That is an easy question to answer, Kippen, because my sleep has been troubled by the same thoughts over and over. Did I do wrong by the horses of Bir Tor? Elfgifu frowns. Were it not for the horses at the stable of Bir Tor, I would not be alive today. I am certain of it. Their panic caused me to learn of the attack with enough time to make it part way down the hill before the snowstorm covered everything, and with it came the giant. I cannot bear to think of those horses still tied up at the stables, helpless against the orcs. What do I want? I want you to untie the horses at the stables of Bir Tor and let them run free. That will give them the same chance I had of escaping a cruel death at the hand of the orcs.
I'm still not myself, but I will do my best to speak.
Leodwig rubs his eyes blearily. What do I want? I want revenge upon the great lumbering giant Ner'zhum. He slew my men, almost devoured me. Widfara. You tell him that Widfara survived the encounter with Ner'zhum and made his way back to Shilfig, where you met him. Ah, very glad. He was a tough one. In the snow, I could not see the way to go. Ner'zhum must be defeated, or... Exhausted by effort, Leodwig leans back and can say no more.
What is it I want? I want the orcs driven from Bir Tor.
I want to return to my home, Elda sighs. That will take some doing, will it not? There's something else, though. The thing that most stirs my heart, most fills me with anger against the orcs, is the brief sight I had before that chunk of masonry took me from the battle. I saw the orcs looting a house, the house of one of my neighbors. They had found a wooden carving of a horse, a crude thing to be honest, of poor craft, and were waving it about. It meant nothing to them, but I knew what it was. It was a child's first attempt at a carving. It would mean little to most, but to that boy's family, it would no doubt be priceless. I cannot bear the thought of such heirlooms at the hands of orcs, Kippen. When you return to Beertor to satisfy the requests of my fellows, please remember to recover such things from the orcs you slay.
I remember the names of the orcs that led the attack. I want them slain.
What do I want? I have already told you. I remember the names of the orcs that led the attack on my friends and my family, Kippen. Foshnu, Kritar. I want them slain. Ema thinks for a moment. Do not misunderstand me, my helpful friend. I want them slain, but I want them to know it was a woman of Beertor that ended their lives. Perhaps this will suffice. Find and slay either Fushnu and Krishtar. Save one of them for me. When I am well enough to fight, I will seek out the one you have spared to fulfill my vengeance upon him. You will find Fushu or Kritar somewhere within my city, and in a few days I will find the remaining one and end his life. We are agreed? And so, I do need to go back into Beertor and take care of all that. However, I'm going to do the interlude real quick. So we've done the first three. Let's go ahead and do the fourth one. Your eye is drawn west across the map, beyond the borders of Rohan, and comes to rest upon the hills of Dunland. You wonder what has become of Howrels and the Great Company since you left them.
Meanwhile, in Dunland, Horus of the Dunedain has been woken for his turn at the watch.
Let me open this up a little bit. I'm sorry to wake you, Howrels, but it is time for your watch to begin. These last few hours have been quiet, and it was a struggle at times to keep my eyes open. I will be glad of sleep. There's a good place to watch among the trees just to the west. I will show you. This way. South Gravenwood in Dunland. Right there, Howrels, among the trees. For the first hour of your watch, all is well. In the second hour of your watch, you fight boredom. And stealth. In the third hour of your watch, you worry about the Shire. In the fourth hour of your watch, did you see something? Investigate your uneasy feeling. There's a scout here. Sneak up behind her, stab her. That was a Falcon Clan scout. The camp is about to be attacked. Gotta wake everybody up. Howrels, what has happened? I am ready. What is going on? Howrels, what is it? Danger, what is going on? What? Howrels, what have you seen? Are we in danger? Good eye, Howrels. We can prepare before our foes are upon us. I thought this would be one of these nights. We may not have much time before the Falcon Clan strikes. You three slip down the hill to the side and see if you can approach our attackers from behind. Howrels, Presidir, come with me and we will see if they can listen to reason. You three, find out the number of our foes. Show yourselves, Falcons. Even a sleeping Dunedain cannot be surprised by the like of you. So it would seem. When you were imprisoned in the caves, my father showed you mercy. I will not make the same mistake. Kill them, my warriors. Gotta kill these guys. There's really not many attacks I can use. Just basically 2 of them and a heal if I need it. That one's just chilling. Yeah, she's just kind of patrolling the area. This guy's blocking everything. To me, my warriors. Really? Block? Oh my god, they're blocking everything. Maybe I should heal my companions. They're taking a lot of damage. There you go. Kill them. Kill them. Yeah, let me throw a heal for everybody. Oh, that was just for me. Okay. Well, anyways. Let me attack these guys. J.R.R is taking a lot of damage. Thought that was gonna be like one of those little AoE heals. Oh well. I will not return to my father in disgrace. Better to die here than return in failure. It is over. Farewell, Mayor. Your father will join you soon. There's no honor to be had by attacking a sleeping foe, Haros, and we should have expected nothing else from the Falcon clan. Mayor learned that tonight, to her sorrow. We have not repaid Lou Brennan and the Falcon clan for our losses, not by a wide throw, but we have shown them our claws. We are all fortunate to have such alert senses, Haros. I'm glad you journeyed south with us, for this reason and many others. Look, dawn breaks. Your vigil for the night has ended. Let us break our fast and see to the coming of the day. So that was that. Quick little interlude. Get rid of this real quick. Okay, so now let me go into Bir Tor and do the quest for the survivors here. Grant them their wishes. Should be pretty quick, I think. Especially now that I don't aggro everything, I can just kind of pick and choose my battles. It's a nice luxury to have. Climb up there. Can switch back up here and that will lead me into town. So I need to get stolen heirlooms, free horses, and defeat one of the leaders. Very good, let me dismount. I think I need to kill them for the heirlooms. So let me just start killing a few of them. Yeah, definitely need some. Let me get this guy here. Good, is that one of the leaders? No, that is a corruptor. know why that guy's like frozen in place there. It's weird. Here's some of the horses. Let me free them. Run, little ponies, run. And that's a marauder. Let me see. Huh. Oh, are the leaders like completely somewhere different? I thought they would be in here. Yeah, it says in J.R.R, so they should be in here somewhere. Let me see. Okay, so they should be down in this little circle somewhere. There's a leader. A siege leader. I don't know if this is what I'm looking for. Shouldn't be, because they're named. Just not seeing them. There's one. Let me do an ambush. There you go. You save the other one for Yima when she is healthy enough for vengeance. Okay, so I think that's it. Let me go back to the cave. Since we're kind of running back and forth between the town here, I'll probably fast forward this part. Very good.
Thank you, my friend.
Knowing those keepsakes and heirlooms are no longer in the hands of the orcs is the best tonic for my herds that I can imagine. When I'm fully recovered, I will look for other survivors of the attack so that I may return their keepsakes. It is the least I can do.
You are back, and I can tell you have defeated one of the orcs responsible.
Wait, do not tell me which one you save for me. I look forward to discovering that on my own. Yima gives you a truly frightening smile as you quickly excuse yourself. Alright.
Thank you for freeing the horses. I wish them good fortune.
Now they will have as much of a chance to escape as I myself did. Ludwig is still too exhausted to speak, which is good because you have no favorable news to report about Ner'zhul.
Do you see how much their spirits have improved?
They may have been inspired by your deeds and your actions, and through J.R.R remains the enemy hands, you have helped to restore some of the fire in their hearts. I must tell you, Kippen, you are an inspiration not only to these survivors in Nona's cave, but to this old man as well. Thank you for showing me that there are those out in the world that are still able to do some good. Perhaps I will write another song.
Horn and I spoke about many things while you were away.
Kip and I have come to a decision.
Why did Ner'zhul come first to J.R.R? I want to find out.
He seems to spend a great deal of time around that city. So many of this land's problems stem from him. Until he is defeated, none of the people here will be safe. Horn has proposed that we return to J.R.R and look for some means of defeating Ner'zhul. What is it about the city that drew the giant there so early? I cannot leave the people here for long, but for a few hours, they will be fine in Glowwine's cave. What do you think? Speak with Horn and Kurudon about this last adventure, and tell me when you are ready to depart.
It will be nice to adventure with Nona, but this is really about defeating Ner'zhul.
I am excited to learn why Ner'zhul came to J.R.R first, Kippen. Perhaps we will find a clue to defeating the giant within the city. Horn looks slightly embarrassed. Well, yes, it will be nice to adventure, again with Nona, but that is really about defeating Ner'zhul. Why do you give me such a look as that, Kippen? I am thinking only of Wildermore. Yes, I'm sure.
Keep your wits about you. I fear Horn may not.
You agree with this plan? I do not know how I feel about it. There may be some insight to be gained concerning the giant, for he certainly seems to be drawn to Beard Tor, but I worry that Horn is letting his feelings for Nona cloud his judgment. If you are willing to embark upon this journey, so am I, but keep your wits about you. I fear Horn may not. Alright. So it looks like this is going to be a little bit of an instance quest that may take a little while, so I'm going to leave that for the next episode. Thanks for watching, and I hope you're ready to adventure with our friends into Beard Tor and try to figure out some of the mystery surrounding Ner'zhul. See you next time.